Thanks for joining us. You're watching Notepad and I'm your host Ibrahim Sani. We are truly at the tail end of the year, but we're still doing a 2019 year in review. And of course, one company that we're doing in review is a Malaysian company called Getha. They've been around for quite a bit, and I have with me Amelia Tan from Getha talking about the business that they are in, as well as perhaps trying to look into 2020, what the outlook is, not just for the company, but also for the industry as well. Thanks for joining us, Amelia. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. It's towards the tail end of the year. A lot of people are already on holiday. Let's go through the company first. What is Getha? What do you guys do? What do you guys sell? What do you guys stand for?
Hi, Ibrahim. Thanks for having me. We're at Getha. We're actually 50 years old this year, so we are celebrating a milestone. It's a very special year for us. We're a very proud local brand made in Malaysia for the world. We make predominantly mattresses, pillows, and sleep products for a better lifestyle.
No, it's not just about mattresses as well. You're doing in a lot of other stuff as well. What are those other stuff?
We focus on 100% natural latex, which is a Malaysian treasure. We really want to introduce this to the world, and we do it through smaller items so that we can reach more mass market globally. Even cushions to add to your car seat, and travel pillows, etc. Basically things to upgrade your lifestyle.
So would you consider yourself a premium brand or a mass market brand?
I would consider it's in between, so we position ourselves as masstige.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, what's masstige?
Mass prestige.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit in between mass and a prestigious luxury
so could be
market.
Aspirational as well for
yes,
consumers.
Both.
Okay. Do you reach out? So let's talk about your distribution channels. What's the way of reaching out to your customers?
Currently, we're pretty aggressive on the e-commerce front. We've been a traditional company since the start with manufacturing, distribution, retail, to locally and globally. But currently, we're focusing a lot of our efforts on e-commerce expansion, especially on a global scale, cross-border, and we're working very closely with e-marketplaces to make that happen. Okay,
let's jump straight into your venture into e-markets. Right now, there's an e-commerce mattress. And after 4 years of online presence, you are now aggressively trying to move into the e-commerce space. What's the plan here? Do you plan to create your own channel, or are you just going to leverage on all the other e-commerce sites?
I think the strategy is both. So locally, we've seen that our own channel has had a very good fond visitorship every month. But e-marketplace has a different strategy that may reach out to people that don't know about the brand, especially on the global market. In Malaysia, we would say we're pretty strong, but globally, we're still experiencing a lot of growth. We do double-digit growth every year, and we continue to see that growing, and hopefully with the expansion of e-commerce, we are looking for, a great welcoming of Malaysian products for the world.
Okay, what would the strategy move towards into? More of your own or more of the e-commerce sites? How would you know which channel to jump into?
The best thing about e-commerce is it's always about trial and error, and then to move forward from there. I would say we would put our efforts 50-50, but we would work very closely with these e-marketplaces to the strategy is very different actually. With our own channels, people are more curious about the brand. With e-marketplaces, they're curious about varieties that we have on the e-marketplaces. So I would say it's quite different, but we still would have to see what caters to the consumers best in that channel, and then we would proceed from there.
So what caters towards a particular channel? Let's talk about some of the channels that you're in. How peculiar are the customers per channel?
For example, for the marketplaces, currently we're in Shopee Malaysia, and we're looking to set up the official Shopee store in Singapore. We're really focusing on products like pillows, because our pillows are very hot selling, baby pillows and adult pillows especially. However, on our own channel, we see larger items like toppers and mattresses being more welcome, and there's a lot more visitorships on the page. So that's why there is a bit of a difference, but for penetration purposes, the mass market, it's easier to kind of reach out to the consumers with smaller products like pillows.
How do you know which one to, I guess, aggressively build into? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't expect pillows to be a hot cake stand and
Yeah.
a mattress in another one, right?
Definitely not. So this comes with looking through data, going through the experience of trial and error, testing and everything. Yeah.
Do you have a big data team?
We don't have a big data team, but we just do what we can with the data we have.
All right, let's talk about the mix, geography mix of your sales revenue right now. What's the mix like? What's the mix like between local companies, local market versus international market?
For us, it's pretty close, 50-50, but our business model is quite unique in a way where we have different sectors where, there's manufacturing, we also do brand manufacturing, our own brand, retail and distribution. So it balances out to 50-50.
So some of the products don't carry the Getha brand, is that it?
We manufacture for other brands too.
Okay, and how much is that? How big is that of a market for you?
For us, we always focus on 100% natural latex. So it really depends on the global market and their needs. Usually first world countries, they're very, very pro natural lifestyle. So big portion of our export in terms of other brand manufacturing come from first tier countries that are looking for a better natural lifestyle. So I would say at the moment, it still balances out quite well. But our effort still focuses predominantly on Getha because that is something that we really want to push for Malaysia on the global front.
You were talking about some channels, people just want to learn more about the brand, right? And there's a lot of people watching this show. So what does the brand stand for?
We want to promote a Malaysian national treasure for the world. So many people actually don't know that 100% natural latex, one of the biggest export countries come from Malaysia to the whole global market. And our rubber quality is one of the best in the world. And we're one of the only few manufacturers that uses Malaysian latex because of its high purity. And this translates to a durable, long-lasting use, which is, at the end of the day, beneficial to the customers.
Okay, I'm one of those guys. I
Yeah.
don't know what makes a good latex or a bad latex.
That's actually very, very true. Most people don't even know between real and fake. Yeah. So
I'm one of them.
yes, it comes with a lot of education, and unfortunately, this category of industry hasn't reached the technological one where people are pretty savvy with which phone to buy, what are their specs. So this is also something we're working towards, really educating consumers everywhere on the differences and what helps.
So what are the differences between fake latex, real latex, good latex, bad latex? I don't know.
Actually, the most important thing is the health risk. So things that are man-made from chemicals pose a risk for off-gassing. When you're sleeping, you wouldn't realize that you're slowly being exposed to these chemical gas that may be harmful for your health. So, which is why you would see many first-tier countries move towards a natural lifestyle as compared to developing countries and third world countries.
Is there any certification that consumers can look out for?
Sorry?
Is there any certification or, I guess, approval from any authority? So we're like, okay, so this is real, this is fake, this is grade A, triple A.
There is, but I would say there is still a lot of gray areas where they do put certain wordings to misrepresent consumers. But we are certified 100% natural from international bodies, and we send our products for testing.
So what are the international bodies certifying you?
So we always send our products to the most popular chemical. They're very popular for ensuring that products are safe and they have a very high standard.
Yeah. What is the
It's
certification?
called Eco Institute.
Eco Institute.
Yeah, it's from Germany.
And
So they're
the
one
Eco
of the
Institute,
most
Germany
stringent
certifies-
ones.
Yeah, they go around the world and
Yes.
they give this certification.
Yes.
So if you have
It's
Eco World
very
certification, then
stringent.
people are going to be like, fantastic, you have that.
But it's also depending on what you send, because we've also seen other people send natural latex products versus 100% natural latex products. So natural latex products are a blend between synthetic and real. But they also certify that it could be safe.
Okay.
Yes, so there's a lot of education, like I mentioned.
Yeah, I'm asking you the education. So
Yeah.
if I guess the mixture latex still get the same certification from Eco, what was it again?
Eco Institute.
Eco Institute, and you guys get the same thing from Eco Institute.
Yes.
How do I know which Eco Institute stamp is the more, I guess, better one?
You have to look out for the word 100%.
100%.
Yes.
Not 50%.
Not any percent, just 100.
So that is like, okay, now this is the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So this really helps build customer confidence, and we're not a usual price slashing brand. We don't do that. We really focus on building customer loyalty and confidence. So which is why it hasn't been such a big challenge to move into the e-commerce realm as well as a non-fast moving product. Yeah.
How often do you do customer surveys, particularly on your brand or your products?
Customer service in what sense?
Whether or not they even care to get a 100% eco stamp.
For us, based on our interaction with consumers, we do feel that there is two different groups. One group only predominantly cares about price and affordability, and then the ones that care about what quality of product they're getting and what kind of value and what exactly do you have that's certified safe for their use, their family's use. So it's quite different. Yeah.
Yeah. So how big is those two pools of customers?
I would say the one that's requesting for something more value and luxury is small, but it's growing.
All right.
Compared to the many years, it's
So that
been
means
growing.
only a small portion of your customers actually look out for these kind of certifications.
I'd say it depends as well, because in cities like Klang Valley, Johor, Penang, these are cities where it's more urbanized, so there's more of those crowd. But in other smaller, I would say suburban states, we do experience less of these consumers.
All right. You've had an interesting few years already. Let's talk about 2019. How has the company performed this year?
We've done great, and we're experiencing year-on-year growth, especially on the export market. We see double-digit growth. And as also on e-commerce, we're very, very pleasantly surprised that in November, we've experienced a 282% growth month-on-month. Yeah.
Why suddenly people want to buy new stuff in November?
I think finally in Malaysia, 11.11 has picked up. So it's a huge thing, especially on marketplaces. People are very aware and they stay tuned to all the great deals that's happening.
So 12.12, how about that?
12.12 is also great, but we're still wrapping up and see what is the final figure.
So 2020, how is it going to look like for the company? You guys just going to abandon brick and mortar and just focus solely on e-commerce?
Definitely not. So one of the challenges moving forward is to translate the experience from the brick and mortar physical store of the consumers to online. How can we give them the same experience online, or perhaps a different but still very special experience?
So what kind of experience that can be enjoyed by consumers, that special kind of touch?
For us, I think consumers are always looking for information. Even in our brick and mortar stores, we don't sell products. We sell knowledge and also a lifestyle. How to let you sleep better. What are the things that can help you have a better rest so that you work better in the morning. We do want to have that same kind of information and value, that even if they don't purchase something, they go away knowing that how they can have a better life or better sleep with us.
So how do I sleep better? Normally I just sleep 5 hours, I wake up, it's the same thing. Sometimes I wake up more tired than before.
I think you need to go to get a consultant, a consultation from us to help you out, because it's not something that I can just tell you off the bat how. We have to find out, why are you sleeping 5 hours? How are you sleeping? How dark is your room? What temperature do you put your air conditioning? Or do you use a fan? Or do you use nothing at all? Do you use a comforter? We have to find out a lot of things before we can advise you on how, because everybody is very different. Yeah.
Okay, fine. That doesn't answer my question. My question is, can you give us a taste on how the recommendation look like for a consumer?
Yes, that's exactly how it would be. We would come in and then we would consult you based on questions first to find out who you are before we can tell you what suits you or what you could try.
Sounds very tailored. How do you do this on a scale?
That's our challenge. So we would do...
That's my question. So how do you navigate this challenge?
For the online scene, we try to come up with information, Q&A, FAQs, and infographics to help identify, so perhaps consumers can go in and read, this question relates to them, and then these answers help them how they can go through and improve their sleep.
All right, 2020. So how's it going to look like for the company?
For the overall company?
Yeah, for the overall company.
I think it's still going to look great. We're looking for more growth through the whole world, where every year we do exhibit in Germany as well as the biggest furniture fair that's happening next month.
Okay.
And through there, we always get new contacts for building new retail store in new regions. So continuous expansion, and with e-commerce, we are looking for more cross-border related expansions.
All right, that was my conversation with Amelia Tan of Getha. If you missed any part of this interview, just head on to astro.com, look for Notepad there. You can also enjoy these kind of interviews on your mobile devices. Just download the Astro AWANI app wherever you get the application. Until then, thanks very much for watching and goodbye. Great, thank you.